So I'm ready to put the slate up the gap between the two velluxes at the far end now. So I've got to prepare all of them. If you remember from previous video, I rounded all of those edges off, which I think looks really nice. So having the right biscuit tin lid is essential. Pretty good. So I need two 14-inch, no, I need four 14-inch and 7 13-inch. Cut like that. Well, I think it'll be all right. Just felt like it might be a bit soft, but it's okay. So that's them done. Hole in the top. Just going to get the flashings and then they can go on. Thought I'd take a chance to do these from inside today, because I can. I might just, you'll probably never see it from down the bottom, I might just take that edge off there. Might make it just look a little bit neater. more. I am being a bit pedantic, to be honest, but it would only annoy me every time I looked up there. I don't know whether you saw me using this earlier, but I made this little staff up which hooks over the flashing at the top and tells me where the bottom of every slate should be. If I just mark that on the window frame, it all gets covered up by the flashing that gets screwed back on. I haven't done the bottom one. I didn't need to on the edge of that window because there was a slate already on. So just had to measure that one, and then I haven't got, sorry, now I haven't got to keep measuring every one because I've got a mark now. So the next one is 5.5 inches up from the bottom of there. So just about see that line. That gives me a spot to put the bottom of my slate, and tells me where I can put the flashing. Leave the flashing about 1 inch back from there. That needs a little trim. These flashing kits are made for slates up to 5mm thick, which is fine for the Spanish, but some of these Ballahooly slates can be considerably thicker than that. So that edge, which normally runs straight, it would be too high, it would stick out above here. So I just trim that back. See, that's below that timber now. It's a little bit off as well. Not a lot. Very nearly smacked myself in the face with a hammer then. Just set that one level with the other one. You see why I put the curve on the soakers now, so that they can't be seen once the slate's on. Obviously, because these slates are all reclaimed, some of them have got old nails holes in, like that one. So although it's unlikely to leak, because it's well covered by the slate above, I don't really want to take that chance. Yeah, so if anything does happen to run by the top slate and get down there, which is unlikely, the hole is sealed. If I had to throw away all the slates that had little holes in that I didn't want, I'd lose so many more than I have. So Line that one up with my pencil mark on the frame now. That'll do. Finally a slate without an extra hole. Ooh. Haven't done a very good job of that one. I think if I fix that, it's going to kick that up in the air. It's not all plain sailing. Need to leave that out of there now. Bear with. See, this is what happens when you try to cut a corner. I hadn't quite trimmed enough off the top, so rather than going back and doing it again and cutting a bit more off, I thought I'd be clever and push it down a bit further. But when you push it down, gonna sneeze. When you push it down, there's a gap. If you push it down into the gap between the slate and the edge, it just kicks that edge up. Which defeats the purpose. So I should have just trimmed it back in the first place. I remember a lady that I knew when I was a little kid, the kind of lady you called auntie, but she wasn't an auntie. Auntie Connie, you knew her as. She always had a saying. I've found it to be true. Lazy people take the most pain. I should have just stepped across, got the cutters, trimmed it instead. No, I thought I could do it without having to do that. I've ended up having to go down the ladder, back up the scaffold, find my bar for getting the nail out, etc. etc. Right, try again, shall we? I'm wearing these DeWalt work trousers, and they're great apart from one thing. They don't have a hammer loop. So, can you tell me, DeWalt, why on earth you'd make a set of workman's trousers without a loop you can put your hammer in? Unbelievable. Had I known that, I simply wouldn't have bought them. Because you need your hammer in your hand all the time when you're doing these jobs. And if you haven't got a hammer loop, you end up putting it on the floor or putting it on the scaffold. And then... Anyway, that's my little moan about DeWalt trousers out the way. Apart from that, they're great. It's getting tricky up here with a nail. Everything's in the way. A bit tricky now. Good luck. See, nowhere to put the hammer. Try and put it in one of the pouches and then it just flaps all over the place. How many people, how many tradesmen don't use a hammer? Just wondering if I can pop these. Pop one of these rams off. No. In a word, no. Shows you they're weighted just right. Won't do the job of keeping the window open. Right. Now where to put the hammer. Now I can't get the clip back on. Oh, patience, patience. Then you drop it. Take your gloves off, Aid. This could see me losing my patience. Don't understand. I really wish I hadn't taken that off now. Maybe I'll take it off and get a better angle at it in here. Must be making riveting viewing. There's got to be a trick to this. Okay. Maggie, shut up! That's hammer falling on the floor. Out of my pouch. Maggie, shut up! I have a small pair of pliers somewhere. That's cross-locked. I've seen them. I've seen them. They're blue. Running out of ideas now. Just to make things a little less enjoyable. Oh, so nearly. If I don't do this now, it's going to get left. I have to say, this is driving me mad. How? Okay. Have we got it? I think we have. He emerges victorious. Come on, come on. Right. Now, flashing's on the floor. Along with hammer, because I've got no belt loop. Not going to go on about it. What I need right now, apart from a brake, is a little tiny ball peen hammer or something like that. You know, a little tag hammer. Not this great big slating hammer. Oh, that works all right. That way. Just need to learn how to dislocate my fingers so I can come in from a different angle. Right. Let's go get this soaker back. Right. Probably all calm. Hammer on the floor, of course. Right. There. He's only gone and done it. Whew. There we go. 2 more soakers. Maybe even 4 more soakers. Yeah, 4 more soakers probably, and then I'll be up under that top flashing. And that'll be this bit done. I'm off for a cup of tea. Right, I'm going to have to put a platform up here now so that I can do this section. I would prefer to have got all these slates on before I put it up, but I need to get up to this corner above the Velux to get the flashings off so that I can finish that corner. It's all a bit of a, you know, chicken and egg kind of situation. So I think I need to put it up. Normally the slates would be in place in all the positions that you put these, but I'm just not going to be able to do that this time. So it gets driven into the sarking. And I've got a nice board that's 1500 long that should fit on there. Yes, if I get another spike in over there, I could actually, yeah, that'll work. Just going to hammer this back end in a bit to get it a little more level and to stop it tipping back quite so much. That's looking pretty good. And what I'll do then is I've got a couple of boards, little short boards that I'll put under there, underneath the metal, screwing from both sides. That clamps it down. I'll need to put a packer under that iron as well. Oh, it's nice and solid now. Hello folks. Right, exciting times, getting to the end of the first side of the roof. I'm slated all the way up to the ladder now. Keep referring to this ladder, and I guess some folks won't know what that actually is. So obviously we've got a 2 foot thick stone wall here, and so you can't have a, well, you can actually, you could have a rafter up the middle. In fact, the old roof did have a rafter up the middle of this. You can see the gap here and here. Well, there was a rafter there, but it was just too much to take all that apart to get a rafter in there, especially the thickness that these are, 9-inch deep. So what you do is you build a ladder. It's called a ladder because it's got, effectively got these rungs all the way up, and then there'll be another timber up the outside, effectively creating a ladder. So what I've got to do is put the timber on the outside. I did it on the other end, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I mean, I got it done, but it could have been easier because it was quite hard to line up all the rungs, if you like, of the ladder and fix them at the same time and keep them all at the right height. So what I thought I'd do this time is I'm going to get the sarking, which I've cut several bits like that. Cut them the last couple of days out of some Waney edge boards that I had, cut them up into straight lines. And I'm going to fix them on before I put the outer piece of the ladder on. That way the sarking will pull all of the rungs into a straight line. So then all I've got to do is get up and put the side timber in place, the final rafter effectively. So that's what I'm on now. Just undoing the bits of timber that held the membrane down, flap the membrane back, get the sarking on, bring the membrane back over, fix that up the side. Then I'm ready to do the final few rows of slate, which would be nice. And you feel like you're almost there then, but of course I'm actually then about halfway there as far as the roof goes. But I'm really pleased how it's looking. So we shall get on with this now. Right folks, I've prepared the 6x2 for going up the end of the ladder, And my plan is, I've already put my nail gun and a clamp up there. So my plan is to walk it up the ladder, hopefully somewhere in balance. Might even rest it on the edge of the scaffold when I get up there. And then just get it in place and pin it with one nail. And once it's on with one nail, I can just move up and down, get it in position and fix it to the ends of the rungs of the ladder. So, got to have a plan, haven't you? Quite often they change. We'll see. I'm leaving the ends long. I haven't bothered cutting them, cutting the angles or anything like that, because, oh, interesting. See, that's where the plan's changed already. If I hook that under there, that'll probably stay there. Yeah, the plan's changed already. There's a piece of timber on the, I'm going to put that like that, that'll be better. There's a timber on top of the ridge, which I screwed on just to keep the membrane in place, but it's now in the way. I've got to take that off. Try again. Only needed moving back a couple of inches. Well, I think that's worked fairly well. One nail. Just need to go and check that there's enough of it sticking out the bottom to meet all those rafter feet that I put on. Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Now, I have got to think about the fact I've got to get a piece of undercloaking up there. So what I might do is just get a scrap of undercloaking and take it up with me and make sure I can fit that in before I nail it. So now I can just, at my leisure, make sure this fits between the sarking. That's lovely. That's gone great. Got the nails. You can safely nail that one twice now. Just check them all the way up. Make sure that goes in. Tell you what, this has worked as good as I could have possibly hoped. Perfect. Just walked in front of the camera. You do know that, don't you? Anything to get yourself on screen, eh? That is great. Gonna go in front of it again, are you? Look at that. Hello folks, well, we're coming to the end of the video now. One more thing I want to get done before we finish is get this second barge board up. I can't do it on my own this side because I haven't got the scaffold to hold it up, but the axe lady is around. So we're going to see if we can do it together. So hopefully she can just stand at the end and hold it somewhere near where it needs to be. I'll go to the top of the ladder and get it fixed and then come back down and get it fixed to the bottom and work my way along. That's the plan. And thanks for watching. Thanks for all your many comments. It's great the way the channel has just taken off a bit of late, and I really appreciate it. As I mentioned in numerous comments, all the music on the channel is stuff that I've written myself and recorded myself. So if anybody's interested, there'll be a link in the description to my website, which was a musical website. Kind of feels like from a previous life now. But once the barn's done and we're back in four walls, I'll probably get back to gigging again one day. But in the meantime, YouTube is my outlet for my music. So thanks for appreciating it. I really appreciate you for appreciating me. And I'm going to go find the axe lady and then we'll get this bit done. So thanks for watching and catch you in the next one. Cheers.
Oh, I don't want that much.
So, my plan is this. So you're going to stand over here. I know it's a bit rough, but I think if you can stand here and hold the end of that bit of wood, and then I'll go up the ladder with it.
Oh, look, there's a really good slate there.
That's one more. There might be a moment where you have to lift it above your head, I'm not sure, but if you do it, it shouldn't be for too long. So, we'll just have to see. So you don't need to lift it at all yet.
Hang on, can I just get like a good footing? Oh, God.
You don't worry about lifting it at all. Save
Not
your arms
lifting
when
it.
you do need to.
Not lifting. But, okay. Whoa!
You've got to come too close, haven't you?
That's as close as I can get.
Is it? Okay, that ain't going to work then.
No, I can lift it.
Well, it's got to go.
No, I can't lift it any higher than that.
Okay. Put your end down then, so that I can put it down as well. Just drop it onto the floor. Go on, there you go. There you go. That's it. Well, it might involve you going up the ladder then.
See, if I get down there, I'll be even lower.
I know. Yeah, we'll move that sheet of old board. Buck, off you go. I might pull it out and chuck it that way. It's not ideal working conditions, is it? So what I might do is put the step ladders in here.
You told me I didn't have to go up a ladder.
Well, I did mention, the viewers will tell you, I did mention it a moment ago.
What did you say?
That it might involve you going up a ladder. Only a little one.
They're the worst. They wobble.
Well, I'll make them wobble free. Buck, off you go. We'll find a good spot for it. What do you reckon?
Sure.
You're going to have to, the top of that's got to reach the top of that.
Let me, shall I get up
if
and
you
practice?
hold, you can hold it from here because it will come out to here somewhere.
Well,
So the further to the right we go. Can you go up another step? What do you reckon?
If you do it before I change my mind, then I think we'll be grand.
Do it immediately.
I don't know how you do this stuff. It's terrifying.
I'll just slide that through the step ladders for a second.
Oh, God.
Let it go, let me have it. That's it. Right, leave it at that for a moment. You can just hold that against the ladder so it doesn't fall.
This is 100% why I'm a nurse. Not to fix you,
I have to clear up after.
to just not have to do this.
Right, so it can start coming to me now. Right, hold on.
Oh my God.
Okay. That's about it. Can you just push straight up now or not? If you can't, you can't. Don't worry about it.
I can. I've done it.
Okay. Be as quick as I can.
I'm actually fine.
Oh, okay.
All right, not that fine. Hurry up.
Can't see. Oh, come on. The sun's in my eyes.
Oh, it slipped.
Yeah. Okay, I'm coming down.
So,
Just hold on.
I'm all right.
Don't go anywhere.
Actually fine. As long as the other end doesn't fall off.
That won't fall off.
Because I'd
You've got
probably...
disco leg. Yeah,
Yeah?
disco leg. Okay, you let go now.
Is that me done?
That's you done.
Oh,
Don't
fall
die
off.
falling off the steps now.
All right, I feel like a bit of a Nelly now for making such a fuss.
Well, there we go. Lovely, thank you.